Carlos Morton's, of course, going for poker history tonight. Can become the all-time money leader on the World Poker Tour if he finishes in second place or better, and can tie Gus Hansen for most WPT titles if he wins here tonight.
Well, it's on Frank the Tank. The 22-year-old with King-Queen raises it to 62,000. Mike Mustafa out.
Action over on Carlos. He looks down at an ace-5. 22-year-old staring him down. Carlos is going to make the call. Right now he's out in front with the ace-high. Here comes the flop. Oh, what a flop for Frank. He's flopped 3 kings as it comes king, king, 8. Action is on Carlos.
82,000.
Just perfect for the Tank. And Carlos is betting. What a beautiful position for Frank the Tank.
Carlos betting 82,000 here. And Frank knows he doesn't have an ace-king because he'd have re-raised him before the flop. So he knows he has the best hand. The question is, do you just call here? Are you fearful your opponent's got a flush draw? Yep, he's going to walk the dog, as we say. He's just going to call and let Carlos continue to have the lead here.
I check.
But Carlos slowing down, says, I check in the dark. 3 of clubs on the turn.
Well, there's a possible flush out there now. So Frank is somewhat leery of that, I'm sure, but still with 3 kings, you got to feel like you have the best hand, especially when you got the queen of clubs to draw at the flush.
Does the Tank advance forward? Just a few chips. Would he just check it back? That is the question.
Well, he's going to check.
Gonna play it slow.
And here comes the river card. Jack of diamonds, no help to either player.
235,000.
235,000 is the bet by the Matador. Vance, I don't see any way Frank is getting away from this hand, do you?
No chance. You start thinking to yourself, possibly raise? No, you can't get paid off unless the guy has you beat. Do you call? Yes. Do you fold? No chance.
Well, the man has to have a flush or a full house to have you beat. So.
Frank the Tank from Syracuse, New York, taking his time. He's got to love this, though.
He's going to make the call. So for the first time tonight, the Matador makes a slightly wrong move, Vince.
Run time.
And just like in the bullfights on the poker table, once in a while, the Matador gets nipped a little bit by the bull.
And there's the Tank's friend Zip and Pip.
Trusted online poker is back in the U.S. with the launch of Club WPT Gold. Play sweepstakes poker in daily ring games and tournaments against your favorite WPT ambassadors. At Club WPT Gold, you play with 2 virtual currencies, gold coins for fun and sweeps coins, which can be redeemed for real prizes. Get sweeps coins for free with gold coin purchases. Get in on the action. Play Club WPT Gold now.
Well, you can see him talking to himself right now, Vince, as he's sitting there in his seat, chastising himself for the way he played that pot.
And action's going to be on Darren, the 2-time WPT champion. Did it in 1 season. Going to fold this. Jason quickly folding ace-8, surprising.
How can you fold ace high on the button, Vince? Just doesn't make sense.
Jake just called it.
I know these guys are great players. They have more chips than you. But if you don't play that hand against the blinds, it's going to be very tough to cross the finish line with the trophy.
Both men have hit 3 of a kind. Jake checks. And he's going to bet 160. And of course, now he's going to be calling. He's getting into deep trouble here.
Well, it could be in very serious trouble, Vince. I mean, there's a good chance this could be a split pot if any big card comes up, but that's not one of them there. 5 comes off.
Well, Jake checks again. And he bets 400.
If it comes 3, 4, 6, 7, or an 8, Jake could be jaking out of here.
Well, Jake just calling. That's smart, at least. Going to the river card. Let's see if it's a big one. No, it's an 8.
An 8 gives Andy a full house. King's full of 8s.
Check.
Again, Jake checks. He couldn't have played his hand more conservative, and lucky for him, he has. Andy trying to figure out how much can this guy stand a call. Never going to put him on 3 kings the way he's played this pot.
Full house.
Well, 965 the snap call, but Andy shows him kings full of 8s. Vince, Jake lost the pot, but played it about as good as he could have.
So Jake looks extends his chip lead, only 22 years old. Will it be his night tonight?
Taylor's quite an athlete. Played Division II college baseball. Also plays basketball, football. Right now he's having a ball.
All right, a couple folds around to the champ at the table so far. Taylor, he's going to go away as well. Our man Kurt Kohlberg, the CEO, folds. And now Justin Zaki from Florida.
That's the battle of the blinds here. Justin picks up a pretty nice hand, the small blind, ace-7 of hearts.
Yep, he's raised to 75,000. Now, Abby Daniels with just a 10-9.
Well, she's making the call here. She's got more chips than he does, got position on him, got some money in the pot. Let's see a flop, and what a flop it is for. If she flops 3 10s, it comes 10, 10, 7.
And he's got 7s.
With an ace kicker, Vince.
First to act is Justin, and he's confident. And he's going to put in a bet of 110,000.
Nice.
She comes right over the top for $250,000.
Usually when you have a big hand, you don't re-raise that quickly, which is actually very good. It's disguising the fact, maybe. That's saying no way she's going to have 3 10s, and he's going to re-raise it.
Well, he's going to find out where he's at right here, right now. He bet 650,000.
Now, do you milk the cow a little bit longer? No, just calls. And now he's thinking, whoops, did I make a mistake? Turn card coming up.
When ace comes off, this now gives him aces up. So in case she had an overpair,
How much you playing?
something like 2 jacks or 2 queens, he would now have her beat.
I mean, I got you covered, so whatever.
Yep, that's right, Abby. You have him covered,
How much is it?
but he wants to
You
know
wanna count?
exactly how much you have.
What he wants is information to hear her talk. See how confident she is about her hand.
3. 1.9. Right.
Yep, and she's
Cool.
been playing poker for a year and a half. Maybe in a couple more years she'll learn not to talk so much. Ooh, he checks. And Abby with a $500,000 bet.
Justin's going to play this pot. He's going to most likely have to play it for all his dough here. He knows that. He made a great lay down a minute ago when he folded ace-king. Can he fold aces up here?
And he's just checking out the body language of Abby.
You're just like owning me on every hand.
Another great lay down by Justin Zaki. Love that fold. For twice he had big hands. Twice he got away from a bench against that very, very aggressive player.
That one going to Abby Daniels. 6 players remain. We're coming back for more. Guys are smiling at the table. They're down to 4.
Dropping like flies out here,
I'm
Vince.
saying on the river, like, yeah. I mean, I have to call the turn, but the river.
Action on DJ. And he's going to look down at a king-9 in first position. Well, I think he's thinking about making that shove.
Now, this is pretty close, Vince.
All in.
Yeah, there he goes.
DJ's gonna go for it, though.
Papazian can't call with that mess. JC out. Now Helmy with the only one to beat, and he's got an ace-7.
Oh, that one's pretty close.
How much?
Total of about 1.1, Phil. Be a nice call to make it, and he does make the good call.
Oh, wow. So Phil makes the call here.
They turn him up.
Small favorite, all in, against DJ's King-9. We've already seen 2 rapid eliminations at this final table. Will we get a third?
Yeah, DJ Alexander. He's behind at this point. Would love to catch a flop. Let's take a look. And it's a 9-9 deuce. He has caught the flop. 3 of a kind.
He's gotten it in bad like 6 times. How many times have you been all in this tournament, kid?
Once.
Once?
The first time.
You were on with ace-10 against aces yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And
You had
ace-jack.
ace-jack against kings.
I forgot about those.
And a 5 on the turn will end this hand. DJ Alexander gonna double up through Phil Helmuth.
I think I've seen you all in with the rest of it 4 times
I
already.
thought you just meant today.
Tough man to get rid of.
Well, sometimes you do the right thing, but the wrong thing happens.
The lone non-pro at the table, Dickie Malone, still our chip leader. Action's on Tyler. Wow, I was a little surprised he wouldn't have shoved there with ace-high with his chip stack, but opted to lay it down.
Right behind him, and Kush Mandavia with a pair of 3s, though. See if he gets aggressive with it.
Nope, he just calls on the button. He wants to keep the pot small. If somebody raises, he's going to call and see a flop, but if he gets 3-bet, he commits a lot of money to the hand, so he limped in.
Panzika with just a 10-6 gets to stick around.
Dickie Malone, who could well raise with this hand, ace-4 clubs, opts to see a free flop too, so three-way action. And the flop is 7-6-6. Great flop there for Sam. He's flopped 3 6s and checks. Dickie has none of that, of course.
He's checking as well.
Well, Vince and Kush is going to bet here. I feel that he should bet here because they both check. They probably don't have pairs, so why not bet my 2 pair?
115, and that's a dream come true if you're Sam. You sit around there with 10-6, you flop 3 of a kind, and you got a guy betting into you. Life is good.
Well, the question is, do you raise here or do you just call to slow play him?
Just going to rope the dope.
He's going to rope the dope, but once he gets called, and Kush is probably going to shut it down from here. Now a queen comes off. And Sam checks again. Now Kush knows he could have a straight or a flush draw. And now the river, the king of hearts. That neither player are really happy to see. Fearful their opponent might have a flush, but Sam now going to bet the 3 6s here. It's like 190,000 is the bet. Now Kush has to put the pieces of the puzzle together here. Let's see if he can figure this out. He's in a tough spot. You just don't think a guy would bet 2 pair in this spot. So he's either got at least 3 6s or a flush, or nothing.
He's got a heck of a sweatshirt, though. Very flexible. Keeps the neck and chin warm.
Oh, boy. Right now, he just wants to pull it over his head and hide. Doesn't know what to do.
190.
This would be what we call a hero call here if he makes it, but it's not going to work out for him.
Oh!
He knows all he can beat is a straight draw, but he does make the call because it makes sense that Sam could have had a straight draw there.
Yeah, well, the problem was that Kush did not raise before the flop with the 3. Got a guy to stick around with 10-6, and it backfired. Sam Panzika, he is looking good right now.
Trusted online poker is back in the U.S. with the launch of Club WPT Gold. Play sweepstakes poker and daily ring games and tournaments against your favorite WPT ambassadors. At Club WPT Gold, you play with 2 virtual currencies, gold coins for fun and sweeps coins, which can be redeemed for real prizes. Get sweeps coins for free with gold coin purchases. Get in on the action. Play Club WPT Gold now.
Guarding his money well. Can he finish off young Jeremy Brown? We will see. Jeremy this time with a lousy 5 deuce.
He's got the 5 deuce of spade. He's on the button.
1.2.
Well, these are the kind of hands I think that have got him in trouble here. He raised with the 4 deuce. He raised with all these hands.
He takes chances. Yeah, 1.2 million. And Olivier with an ace-4 makes the call. Here we go with the first 3, and look at this 3 of a kind for Olivier.
Unbelievable. It's come 4-4-3. He checks the 3 4s. Jeremy has the open-end straight draw.
All in.
Call.
And he goes all in. Well, Olivier's quickly called him, and unfortunately for Jeremy, the ace won't help him.
He's got to be dead. I have a 4.
He must catch a 6. So Olivier well out front there, about an 85% favorite to win this pot.
3-4 ace, 3-4 ace. Come on. 3-4 ace.
5.
Olivier Bousquet's come back from 19-1 difference in chips in this final heads-up action. Has it all on the line right now.
A 6 is the only card on the turn that'll give Jeremy the lead. He could catch 2 running spades.
Oh, that's 1 of spades.
Well, there's one of them. Any spade but the 3 of spade will now win the pot for Jeremy, as well as a 6.
The crowd on their feet, as is Jeremy. He needs some luck.
Hold.
Can this be it?
Well, Olivier knows he's 1 card away from winning this title, and a 5 comes up. He's done it. He's going to win the pot with 3 4s. Olivier has made the greatest comeback in the history of the World Poker Tour. Some revenge, but I believe he missed a small value bet on the river there, Vince.
That would have got paid off.
Get back on James now. He's got ace-5. He's from Kansas City, 28 years old. They call him Mig. Quite a player. And he'll raise to 600,000 with his ace-5, but Muckle behind him with ace-queen.
Yeah, you've got an aggressive player raising on the button. You've got ace-queen in a three-handed game, which is a very good hand. So I would expect to see a 3-bet here.
He has re-raised to 1.6. Eric out.
Well, can't blame him. Ace-queen in a three-handed poker game is a big hand.
Mackey makes the call.
Mackey not wanting to get pushed around, wants to see a flop.
Queen versus ace-5, 3 5s.
The absolute dream flop right there.
For Mig.
He has flopped 3 5s with top kicker. Unbelievable.
Muckle getting chips out to make the continuation bet, it appears.
Well, over 3.6 million in the pot.
Oh, wow.
He's going to bet 1.4 million. Now, if you're Mig, do you just walk the dog here? Do you just call, or do you go ahead and raise, fearful your opponent's got an overpair, a flush draw? You just call here. That's what you do. You let the guy go ahead.
Dream flop.
And bet himself broke.
Sure you do. And the turn card, 8 of diamonds.
Now, Muckle's going to check the ace high.
That is a nice check.
Maybe fearful his opponent's got a small pair here.
Yeah.
And 1.5 million now the bet by James.
Can Muckle get out of the way?
All in. Good call.
Whoa, he has said all in.
All in, and the snap call by Mackey. And Muckle knows he has stubbed his toe here. Wow.
Just got out of line.
Well, it looks like a horrible play because he's drawing dead, Vince. But in reality, if Mig had a small pair, I'm not sure he's going to call the all-in bet there.
So good flop.
Mackey is loving it.